How are those crazy travelers doing? It's been a long time since I've been around here. Happy to be back.
We hadn't recorded videos in a while, even though you saw the last video just over a week ago. We actually hadn't recorded in over a month. I think it's the longest recording break we've had in these 7 years of Dos Locos de Viaje. But there's a reason, there are explanations. First of all, obviously the Middle East series had a lot of videos that were recorded, and it took quite a bit of time. We finished the one in Croatia in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism there, but then
If you're wondering why I didn't appear in the Middle East videos, it's because I decided to stay in Venezuela for a while to relax. Emmanuel is a nomad at heart. I'm a bit more laid back. I need to spend more time at home, so we're allowing ourselves these spaces. If he wants and has the energy to keep traveling and exploring, he can do so. And I'll catch up with him when I've recharged at home too. After that trip to Croatia, we went to South Africa to have our first 2 guided trips, and let me tell you, they were amazing, so much so that we decided to keep doing more guided trips. So in 2026, there will be many more destinations, many more guided trips. And yes, we were waiting to do these 2 to see how we felt, how things would go, and it was so amazing that not only do we already have 5 dates set, you can go check them out, but also out of these 5 dates, see how many are still available.
3 are already sold out, and on the other 2, we only have about 3 spots left.
We're going to do 2 guided trips to South Africa again. We're going to do 2 guided trips to Finland, which are totally sold out, and we're going to do 1 trip to Namibia.
By the time this video is out, the Namibia trip may be sold out since we haven't posted it on Instagram yet. Just with travelers who have gone on previous trips and have bought the upcoming trips, it's almost full already.
But we still have a few spots left in South Africa.
And we're still going to release more trips, so follow us on Instagram. And yeah, because there's always a little delay here. On Instagram, as soon as we announce it, look, all the spots fill up really fast.
We're going to launch new trips to different destinations because the idea is that we don't repeat the same destination too much each year. For example, there will be only 2 trips to South Africa in 2026, and that's it. We might open another date for Finland at the end of the year. We'll see how things go, how the energy flows. You know, we're pretty hippie in that sense. Okay, in this video, I want to give you some context about what this video is about. A lot of things have happened in our lives, and we want to share them. We want to tell you, we want to share absolutely everything with you, but we don't want to do it just sitting on the couch. So we thought we'd take you along with us for what we're doing today. Well, this afternoon, because it's already almost 5 o'clock. We're going camping in Madeira. We're in Madeira, and that's how we're going to update you on everything we've experienced, both the good and the bad.
Here is everything we're taking to the camping trip. It's a ton of stuff, seriously. Girl, are you really taking the plant on the camping trip? Obviously. No, we're not taking the plant on the camping trip. We're not taking a plant on the camping trip. We're not taking them.
We're going to decorate the campsite.
Look, you can see Valeri's obsession with plants. We're going to be here in Madeira for 3 more weeks. And she bought a plant for the apartment because that's artificial.
Yeah, but there's a really beautiful story behind this plant. It's a calla lily. Emma's grandfather has a lot of calla lilies at his house. He's 94 years old, and he has them. He brought them from Venezuela 30 years ago, and he keeps them in memory of his wife, Emma's grandmother. It's really lovely. We thought of buying it, and we'll give it to him as a gift before we leave.
The story is nice, but why are we bringing a plant to the campsite?
Because it's his. Yes, why are we going camping when we have such a comfortable house? Why are we going camping? Because it's fun.
No, but obviously camping is fun.
Because it's nice to take the plant.
Well, look, here we have a huge tent that we bought for 4 people. Because when we decided to buy it, we were planning to camp with friends. We also have a 2-person tent, but Niñita prefers to camp in the 4-person one.
And this one has a living area where we can also cook. We have a very comfortable small pillow, 2 mats, 2 sleeping bags, and some stools we're planning to replace at Decathlon since they're not comfortable.
And all the food.
Drinking water, water for cooking, all the food and utensils we have. This is a lamp. We'll show it to you later, but it seems incredible. Look at this. We'll show it to you later.
Top.
We fell in love with it. And well, a little cabin. I think we can show it to you better when we're setting everything up there. But first, we're going to make a quick stop to get some ice and to swap out those chairs and buy some camping mugs, which we didn't do last time and it's still on our to-do list. And it's necessary. Oh.
How overwhelming.
This is addictive. This is addictive.
But to sum it up for you, with all the camping stuff, we spent less than we did in 2 days staying in Madrid in an Airbnb, which was also terrible. It's impressive, but Decathlon has things that are really cheap and of very good quality. And for camping, you need things that will last you a long time. It's not just for one time. So it's a really, really good investment. It's not an expense, it's an investment. No.
Because this stays here and every time we come back, we can camp. We can also tell you the steps you need to follow to be able to camp here in Madeira. You can't just go wild, you have to get a permit, but it's actually simple.
Let's go then. Let's go. I don't understand the plan. It changed. Here we go in Auntie's little car. I wanted to take the motorcycle, but with all the things Niñita packed, camping on a motorcycle just isn't possible, right? We've already had a few motorcycle adventures, even taking the cooler to the beach. But yeah, definitely not. It's not good for everything we want to bring on this camping trip.
Look, you don't say much, but it's harsh. Just the tent. Look at the size of the tent. There's no way to take it on the motorcycle. And that's it. Here we have the chairs that we're going to switch out.
These little chairs are tripod style and they're pretty practical. If you're going to carry your gear in a backpack because they weigh nothing. And look, they open up really quickly like this. They're not very comfortable since they lack a backrest. As you've seen, we won't carry anything on our backs. Everything goes in the car trunk. We decided to replace these with more comfortable ones.
You come to exchange some chairs and end up with a hammock. Look, another lamp.
A set of pots?
Plates and cutlery. Pillow. And the chairs.
And the chairs.
That we're going to change. Look how tiny they are. And they're very light. I mean, the chairs cost about 13 euros for both of them.
And we ended up paying 160 euros. Now I can say that our camping trip will be cheaper than 3 nights in Madrid, not 2.
The good thing is that we get to keep all of this for later. And this, I mean, you have no idea how cute it is. I can't wait to show you. I don't know how much sunlight we have left.
The good thing is that it's summer, it gets dark around 8 or 9 at night, and it's almost 6. So we still have a chance to make it.
But anyway, we're running late, and we need to get ready. But anyway, let's see. 5:46. But not anymore, we already have everything. Ice. Little chairs. Another lamp that we needed. A little pillow. They're super comfortable. And look, there's not even room for a pin here. Your friend, the most clueless one, didn't record anything. But this little boy already put air in the tires. So let's go. We are 38 minutes away from the camping area. It's 6 in the evening. And look, it's still daylight. And we're heading over there.
We're going to Vale.
Well, let's take advantage of these few minutes in the car to continue with our timeline and go a little deeper into what happened from when we were in Croatia up to the present. In Croatia, we traveled around the country with a wonderful group of people because we were invited by the Ministry of Tourism. I mean, what an incredible honor. We had such a great time. How many days was it, more or less? About 10? About 10 days. And from there, we flew to South Africa. We arrived in South Africa, and the next day, we left with the first group. The safari was the first activity we were going to do on the trip. After 6 hours of driving, we arrived at the camp, which is beautiful. It's a spectacular nature reserve, and we had it all to ourselves. And no, look at this hill. I can't focus. Me? You focus. You're so focused on driving that you can't even talk to me.
Yes, I'm focused on driving because this is a manual car and the road is super steep.
There are cars everywhere.
And a manual car from 1998?
Look, there's a little dog over there. Well, and the cool thing about these groups is that the first group was all people who came on their own. I mean, there weren't any couples. There was only a father and son, and 2 friends. But there weren't any couples in a romantic relationship. So I feel like it was more open to sharing and joking around, and we nicknamed ourselves the Rowdy Bunch. Imagine that. All the mischief we got into. We saw a lot of animals. The weather was amazing. After the safari, we went back to Joburg, and from there, we went to Cape Town. We spent 4 days in Cape Town. We hiked Lion's Head. It's a beautiful hike. We went to the Penguin Beach. We toured a vineyard on some quads, which are super fun. We had never done that in our lives. And it's easy. And it's fun. It's highly recommended. If you decide to travel with us, you can do it. And if you don't, if you see it in any country you visit, do it. Because it's really cool. Intimacy.
It's called...
It's called segways. No, they're squats that you have to do.
Squats are like doing squats.
Look, I'm so clueless.
Or quads are the 4-wheelers.
Exactly, your clueless friend, me.
I considered tagging her. It didn't sound like squats, but I couldn't recall the word until it came to me.
And I also feel like I'm forgetting something from everything we did. We visited Robben Island. We had an amazing time. Really. So much so that we kept talking in the WhatsApp group. When we launched our second tour, which was to Finland, we wrote to them first. And out of the 10 who traveled with us, 5 are going to travel to Finland. And after that group trip ended, we stayed for about 15 days. In Cape Town, just living there. Because one of my lifelong dreams was to live in Cape Town. And well, 15 days, you might say, isn't enough. That's true, but this is the second time we've gone to South Africa. Next year, we're going back, and every day counts. We joined a gym, we worked out, we ate somewhat healthy. Because South African food is so delicious, it was hard to eat at home every day. We allowed ourselves to go out a little and eat at restaurants. And then we went back to Joburg, and we went out with the second group. This time, they were all couples. Here, everyone came as a couple, so there were 5 couples. And we also had a great time. The only difference with this group is that we added an activity, which was riding motorcycles in the sand dunes. Amazing, amazing. In fact, we were left wanting more. And well, the not so nice part of this story is that while we were there, we found out some news. I think that's what brought us here. In fact, this news changed the course of our plans. And I don't know if you want us to tell you about it, now that we're a little more settled. No, it's fine. Kilos or?
No, it's fine. Yes, it's just that she passed away. Our Soki. I know you've seen her often in videos.
On the channel? And she went to heaven. Well, me, honestly. I don't know if I can talk about it while recording this. I'm not sure I can talk about it without crying since it's still very recent. And even though, when I left Venezuela, she wasn't feeling very well. We never imagined that we wouldn't see her again. No. Well, for context, Soki is here, Sokita. Huh? 2 months ago, she was diagnosed with a problem in one of her heart valves. Since that valve wasn't working properly, it caused her lungs to fill with fluid. At first, they thought it was her teeth. She went through all the treatment to stabilize her heart. She had dental surgery. And that, quote-unquote, was supposed to give her a little more life, right? And it turns out that one morning, my grandmother, because Sokita always stays with my grandmother, my grandmother writes to me, and she tells me that she's seeing Sokita breathing very heavily, that she's scared. She immediately takes her to the vet. And when the vet checks her, he says, well, he doesn't think she's in bad shape, but he says we'll leave her at the clinic all day, just in case. And well, it turns out that within hours, her condition got much worse. They told us there was a chance they might have to intubate her again because they had already intubated her before. And unfortunately, she wasn't able to recover from the very complicated condition she had. And we found out around 11 at night while we were in South Africa, right in the middle of our guided trip. We couldn't stop doing what we had to do because we were in the middle of the trip. A lot of people were there because of us. We couldn't just stop everything and just give our bodies what they wanted, which was to rest and cry. But the next morning we had to go on a hike to Lion's Head. And well, we woke up super early because the plan was to see the sunrise when we got to the trailhead. We told everyone what had happened, because we were really puffy, and well, our spirits were really low. And we dedicated that hike to Sokita, because Sokita was always very adventurous. I mean, I don't think there's a dog more well-traveled and in love with the mountains than her. And that day it was very cloudy, but unfortunately every day we had rain. That was the best day to climb up to Lion's Head. When we did the hike, it was so cloudy that we couldn't see the sun. We still enjoyed it because it offers a beautiful view of the entire city. And when we were coming down, a little window opened up in the sky. We could see a little bit of the sun, and we saw the rainbow. For me, it was the most beautiful one I've ever seen in my life. Besides, the rainbow was kind of round. It was huge and bright. And we felt that it was Sokita, from wherever she is, telling us that she will always be with us. And it was kind of like closure, I don't know, kind of symbolic. I don't know what the word is. I can't think of it. But it was really beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. And we were about 3 days away from finishing the guided trip. After that, we were going to return to Venezuela. The plan was to be with her as soon as possible in Venezuela, and we decided to change. Because just imagine, I mean, the last time I left, I felt like I was going to see her again. And now to arrive and for her not to be here, it's like very hard. Very hard. So we're going through the heartbreak, as they say around here. They were our furry kids, both Hershey and her. And it's very hard for us, isn't it? It's impossible not to cry. We're kind of accepting the fact, aren't we? I feel like there's a part of us that's in denial. That thinks we're going to go back. That we're going to go get her. But that's life. Like I always tell you, life is very short. Nothing is guaranteed, nothing and no one. So we have to live to the fullest, we have to love to the fullest, and we shouldn't wait for goodbyes to say how much you love, to show that affection. And I think what fills our hearts is that we made the most of every second with her. I mean, she lived her life. They were 7 wonderful years, and look, I think no two loves are alike, right? It's like the love I felt for her, she was one kind of love, and the love I felt for her was another kind, and they're the most beautiful and pure loves you can feel in life. Right now, we don't have any furry friends anymore, and I think that's kind of hard, but well, time heals. And we're waiting for that to happen. And also, not just time, but good friends, plans like the ones we're making right now, connecting with nature. We feel that all of that helped a lot, and we came here to Madeira a bit to heal and also to take care of some errands. And in about 3 weeks, we'll go back to Venezuela, face reality, and keep creating content for you all. It's very beautiful. I feel like I just went on a monologue by myself. You left me here. No.
I can't talk, I can't, not yet.
This is the I can't me. This is the hard part about traveling, being far away. It's not perfect. Yes, 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 I already have it. 6:17. Okay, seguimos. I haven't had lunch. I haven't had breakfast either. Oh.
You skipped breakfast, right? No.
Okay, this is really cold. I mean, we didn't come very prepared for this cold.
I took off my sweater and now want to put it back on.
And all this fog? Well, but I feel like camping like this is also wonderful. A chill among the clouds.
Hey, honestly, the sleeping pads and the sleeping bag we have do a good job. It's just that maybe when we're outside the tent, we don't have enough warm clothes.
With the little friend, with the little friend. What's with this blue sky? Look, we're above the clouds.
Crazy sky?
Madeira being Madeira.
Above the clouds of Panama.
Panamadera being Panamadera.
This island is magical, but we don't know if we should keep making videos promoting the island because we don't want to...
That it fills up so much. Look at the number of yellow flowers. The whole island is yellow. Madeira really looks like a beautiful garden.
That's why it's called the Island of Flowers, or at least that's what they call it. And they also call it the Island of, oh my god, the dog, oh my god, the dog.
And I would also call it the Mate Island. No, just kidding, not the Mate Island. No, the Atlantic Mate is not very terrible.
Okay, look, they also compare it a lot to Hawaii and say, no, this is the Hawaii of the Atlantic, but I don't get it. I mean, why don't they call Hawaii that? This is Madeira, that's what it is too.
That's the Pacific.
Pacific, yes, it's like the Madeira of the Pacific. Honestly, this island seems very authentic to me. It has its own strong traditions everywhere. You will see typical Portuguese decorations. You'll see lots and lots of flowers because having flowers kind of represents the people of the island. All the little squares have pink, blue, yellow, white flowers. I mean, literally flowers of every color. But then, can you also go into forests like this one?
Yes, in just a second you go from the forest to the sea, then back again. It's amazing. I mean...
Right now, little buddy, we must be at about 10 degrees more or less, or 12 degrees Celsius. We must be at about 10 degrees more or less, 12 degrees Celsius. On the beach, we could be at 30 degrees after 15 minutes of driving. The best thing of all is that summer is hot, obviously, but not absurdly hot. I mean, it's amazing.
But no, look at this. Look, how exciting. We just arrived at the area and look, when we got the permit, which I promise I'll tell you about step by step. It said there were very few spots left and this place had space for 30 tents, 30. And I said no, I mean it was already full, but of course since everything looks so cloudy from below, maybe people didn't feel like coming or maybe they'll arrive later, who knows, but...
For now, we have it all to ourselves.
So let's choose now, but we have to roll up the windows. Let's pick the best spot. We just saw a spot with 2 pine trees where we can hang the hammock we just bought. This looks like something out of a fairy tale with little elves. Look, here's the sign. And over here I just saw some bad news. It's not too serious because we came prepared, but it's still a bit inconvenient. There's no water, no water. Bathrooms don't matter because we're only going to use them for number 1. And we don't use toilet paper, or if we do, we throw it in a bag and don't leave it behind. Please don't leave it behind when you go hiking or camping. Don't leave toilet paper lying around because it takes years to decompose. Years. It has a place to cook, a place to park, a place to throw away trash, and look, it's a camping area. This is the page where you request the permit. Look, you scan the code here and it takes you right there, which is really cool. If you arrive at this place and want to camp but haven't gotten the permit, you can do it right away. I mean, it's super easy. They just ask for your information, and if there's space, if there are spots available, you can stay and camp. And it's free, you don't have to pay anything at all. And here it is, it's a pine tree and a little tree. And I think this is going to be our camping area. I think we can set up the tent here. And the hammock over there. How about it? It's spectacular. Yes, right? Yes.
Though I think it's a bit tight for the hammock.
It's going to be perfect. Wow, that pine tree is beautiful. And this other pine tree too. And apparently there are some lagoons very close to here. I think they're down that way. We'll explore them tomorrow. Let's set up our tent. And this is the first home we've bought here in Madeira. Haha. The land isn't ours, but well, we're working so that one day we'll have our own private space. Yes, we're working on it. In the meantime, you guys subscribe so you can help us with that dream. Well, I want to show you this mega tent. It's really for 4 people, but it's great if there are just 2 of you, because you can use this other side to store all your stuff, just like we're doing. Here we have the cooler with ice and everything that needs to be refrigerated. Over there we have all the kitchen stuff. Over there we have all the camping gear. And even though... Look at all this stuff. This is really what we brought with us. Here are our pajamas, our toothpaste, everything that we actually need to do everything. But everything else is necessary for camping and for eating. Now I want to unbox this because I'm really excited about it. We saw it about 2 weeks ago, we didn't buy it, and we came back because we really wanted it, but do it on the little table. Okay, I admit that I was going to jump in here. If you said the same thing as Manuel, then why are you going to take that plant camping? Well, look how pretty it looks. I think it was worth the effort, because I'm going to move it. Totally unnecessary though. Almost unnecessary, but with how pretty it looks, don't listen to her, don't listen to her. It's true, it's very beautiful. The plant comes apart, and every part of what you see here is. For example, this is the pot. Wow, it's a pan, it's a pan. Look, here are the utensils. Yes, I said pot, no, pan, not pot, pan. And look how cool it is. This was folded, right? Yes, it folds. Now I know how. No, it closes here. No, press in the back. Well, there's a trick to it. Here are the utensils, which are also for 4 people. Your fork, your little spoon, and your little knife. This is nothing more and nothing less than a pasta strainer. And also a pot lid if you want, and a pot lid. But it has this here to strain pasta. It has 4 little cups, and they're green. I don't want to leave this behind. I want to take it all with me to Venezuela. Ha ha ha, look how cute the 4 little cups are. You're staying, I told you. Over here we have 4 plates. 4, 2. 4 plates, of course. 4, 4. And finally, well, no, not yet. It's not the last one. Second to last, we have the pot. And finally, a little cutting board. I feel like this is a necessity. It's not a want, it's a necessity. I mean, if you go camping, this is a necessity. You need this in your life, and everything here, everything fits here so you can pack it up compactly. From Decathlon Dad's sponsor, now that's good. No, this is awesome. We're going to make lunch, breakfast, and dinner for Valerie, and lunch and dinner for Manuel. Yes, thank you. And we didn't want to skimp on resources. Not monetary ones, but on effort. In other words, we brought everything to make a proper lunch and dinner. When you're camping here, you don't need to rough it, especially if you come by car. What are we going to prepare?
Little boy? We're going to prepare some delicious meat with garlic in the pan, with some rice,
A platter.
a little salad,
And a cheese board. Some cheese and a little board with nuts, cheese, and dates.
No, little boy, don't spoil it, don't spoil it.
Keep watching. But let's be quiet again and let's enjoy the silence, the peace that you feel in this place.
Here we have this little camping stove that we bought. It has just one burner. And look, it has the little gas tank here. Well, it doesn't have much left because we went camping the other day, but we're going to use it until it runs out. Here, I close it, here it locks. And look, mira. The fire is already lit. It couldn't be any faster. Since we weren't sure if we were going to buy the little pots, we brought a pan from home. Also, the chunk of meat we brought is big, so we're going to use the pan from home.
Oh.
We cheated a little because, as we mentioned before, we didn't know if we were going to buy the little stove or not. We said it would be a hassle to bring a big pot from home. We brought this pan because, well, the pan works for everything, but the pot was kind of annoying. So we made some rice at home and now we're going to heat it up. But look at all the garlic left here, pretty burnt from the meat. And right here we heat this up and wow.
I think it's this one.
Well, what? And this is how our delicious food looks. Oh, how delicious. Well, enjoy your meal, my love. Cheers.
Yun.
One of the things that we as meat lovers have tried to do is that every time we go to a place known for its meat, we eat local meat. It doesn't make sense to buy imported meat when there's such good local meat. And here in Madeira, the meat is amazing. And it comes not only from mainland Portugal, but also from the Azores. God willing, we'll be visiting them soon. So if you come, don't miss out on trying espetada or churrasquito. However you have it, it's spectacular.
And if you can go camping wherever you are, do it. I know it seems like a lot of work, but it's so relaxing to live in a different space. And suddenly we turn off the camera for a little while and just sit there contemplating what time is it? By the way, I said no, we're going to get there and it's going to get dark on us.
8:30 at night?
It's 8:30 at night. Well, it's 8:30 in the evening.
Yes, exactly, during the day.
And we still have some left. I'm sure we have about half an hour more of daylight, and then we can relax in the silence of nature. We brought some board games. We have 2 flashlights inside that light up really well, but there's nothing around us. There's a road that we came in on, but there are no houses. There's nothing. I mean, the closest thing is about 5 minutes away by car. Maybe a little more. About 10 minutes by car. Very good.
Minutes by car. Yes, cars stop passing by here, and you can't hear anything else but nature, and the cars that do pass by are few. Exactly.
We are so far away, so high up.
It got dark and we felt like making some hot chocolate. And that's what we're going to do right now. A fire in the middle.
With the cocoa powder.
There's a bit of everything there, you see. Medium heat with the cocoa powder.
There's already a bit of everything there.
A bit of everything.
The chocolate, cornstarch, a bit of salt, a little bit of sugar.
Look how cold it is.
Are you...
Did you see the little puff of smoke? Yes.
You could see it perfectly. Well, actually, we had to take down the hammock because since we're among the clouds, everything gets wet. And the hammock was already completely soaked.
You guys saw that drone shot.
Incredible, right? Here, pour half of this in.
It looks like a movie.
And all from our little living room. There is our beautiful flower.
Tell me this isn't living like millionaires. You tell me.
We are.
What does it mean to be a millionaire? What is it?
I was telling Enma that I am very happy and I feel very grateful that we share this same passion. Because can you imagine if Enma didn't like it? What if I suddenly loved camping and Enma didn't? That would be awful, so annoying, such a drag. Or vice versa. What if I'm the one who hates camping, but we both enjoy this way too much? Well, but it's chocolate. We added vanilla to it. And according to the recipe I found on the internet, we cook it on low heat until it thickens. Which in theory should take about 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
This is ready.
Oh, this looks really delicious, yes.
And it smells amazing.
The question is how we'll serve it.
No, I know how to serve it.
Yeah? Without making a mess and without burning yourself. Oh, it's nice and thick. Perfect.
Cheers.
To life.
Amen.
And you can live an unforgettable life too, or rather, a memorable one. Notice the steam rising from the coffee, not the hot chocolate. Did you burn yourself?
Is it hot?
It's not good because it's really cold. I already want to get in the sleeping bag. It's cold and this warm thing feels good. And that's how we get ready to sleep. The inflatable sleeping pads are done inflating. We set up the sleeping bags. And we turned on the red light because there's this thing about melatonin that people say is good. And that's it, yeah.
The lamp has it, so we should take advantage.
Exactly.
Part of a really romantic atmosphere.
We're listening to some beautiful music that obviously we can't play for you because of copyright. But we're having an amazing time.
How are you handling the cold?
Not at all. It's nice, really nice. Honestly, it's bearable. These sleeping bags are for 15 degrees, but there are ones for 10 degrees, 5 degrees, 0 degrees, even minus 10 degrees. But it's not necessary. Inside the tent, it already gets kind of warm. And with the sleeping bag and the mat, which really insulates you from the cold coming from the ground.
10 out of 10.
Please compliment my spectacular pillow from Decathlon.
I mean, it looks like one of those ergonomic pillows, you know? The ones that mold to the shape of your face.
It's unbelievably comfortable.
I bought one today thinking it was the same.
We can return it.
I'm scared to go return it and...
We're going to go again, you know that.
I mean, but look at the size. I thought it was the same and look at the size.
No, good morning.
Good morning.
It's 8:42 in the morning.
Well, you sleep so well here. I mean, really, we went to bed around 11 at night. I think right now it's 9 hours.
It's nice. I'll check now. The clock here says so. Let me check. Look, I slept 8 hours and 7 minutes. Wow. And pretty deep sleep. Good sleep quality. Look, finally. I'm balanced. I got sick. I got sick while in South Africa. And because of the news about Zoki, I felt really awful. I mean, the flu hit me really hard. I had a lot of phlegm. I thought I was going to end up with sinusitis. And, well, I actually got better while I was here in Madeira. And I was off balance. But finally, I found my balance again.
And burrito.
The clouds are over there. The sea is over there. In fact, you can see a little bit of the sea here. This here is the sea. And this here is Niñito.
I put the 5-liter water jug here and I just open it a little bit like this. And there you go. This is for brushing our teeth. It's used to quickly wash a little plate. Does that sound good to you?
No, no, no. I mean, if I were you, I'd start writing to NASA so that on their next trip, they include you.
Look how cute the little sheep are. Meh.
At 12:15 in the afternoon, it's time to pack up because we still have things to do when we get back to the city. Well, the city. To Funchal. And well, we've had a wonderful time. We've relaxed a lot. Now we're going to put everything back in its place. And we're going to show you how easy and simple it really is. Because I know that one of the concerns people have when camping is, no, look, I buy a tent and it stays packed away in its bag. But when I use it and take it down, I can never put it back in the bag again. And well, I think if you follow the instructions, you can do it. So join us as we pack everything up.
Little girl, don't you want to leave?
Oh, no quiero.
It's just that, look how lovely this is.
Sweetie, the plant looks great. Come here.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it couldn't have been more perfect. That we arrived yesterday and everything was cloudy, surrounded by clouds. It was spectacular because it was like a relaxing touch. You feel like you're in heaven. And today, waking up to this blue sky, this warmth, look, we're shirtless. Seeing all the yellow flowers on the ground. There are a lot of people who have passed by, some on bicycles, some walking, and I don't know what else. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. We're definitely close to the main road. But at the same time, we're surrounded by nature. And you can feel the connection. I mean, yes, you really get to enjoy being in touch with nature. And the number of birds singing.
I can't do it. No, it's beautiful.
And in the distance, just a little, but in the distance, you can see the sea. Even if it's just a little, you can see it.
No, and the drone shots.
With the drone, I mean, no, really, it's perfect.
We have to plan a 2-night camping trip.
It's just that obviously it involves a lot more logistics. Because with just one night, we only bring big meal and breakfast, and that's it.
Whereas for 2 nights, we'd have to bring a big meal, breakfast, and another lunch dinner. Because also, if you're relaxed, eating twice a day is enough.
So it would be another big meal and another breakfast. But right now, we'll pack up, and we're also going to go to a really nice little restaurant that's close by. It's about a 10-minute drive.
To end this experience on a high note,
And that's how, travelers, our beautiful day of camping came to an end.
And our video updating you a little bit about our life. What's going to happen to us now? Well, basically, we have 3 weeks left here in Madeira. Then we go back to Venezuela. In Venezuela, we'll get our lives in order in about a week, maybe 2. And we keep traveling around Venezuela and the world.
yes, we're really eager to keep exploring our country, camping, traveling a bit slower than before, and discovering remote places. Hidden places like little towns in Venezuela that are rarely explored. And take our gear and go camping and connect with the local people and, well, show it all to you.
So if you made it this far, you can help us by giving us recommendations for places where we can camp. Where there's spectacular nature, but it's not so well known or popular. And we'll be reading your suggestions so we can write them down and visit those destinations.
Alright, see you in a few days with a new video. Bye!